Hold on. So will you forgive me for the wrong I've done? Oh yeah. Uh, uh, been so long. I'm still waiting. Who yet would come
He said,
home?
"Ooh yeah, ooh yeah."
What's going on, everybody? You know what time it is, man. It's the R&B Richard and Byron show, man, with the Hulk. You
What it
see,
do? Salute.
what we do it to you. We want to appreciate everybody for out tonight. Salute
Salute.
to everybody on tonight.
Yeah,
Uh, it's
yeah.
Wednesday. This probably will be our last live show for a while. So you're gonna get some good, good, good. That's what it good.
Shit is a goody, 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 goody.
And goody.
Yeah, yeah.
So as normal, as usual, you know what I'm saying? We back at you, we back in your face. We appreciate everyone that's always support us and supported us. Here, the past, the present, and the future. We
I
appreciate
like that.
everybody.
I like that.
Yeah,
That was smooth. That was smooth.
I
Yeah.
know. You know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for real.
So, what you got for us, Stein, man? I mean, how was your day, brother?
It was wasn't bad, man. Rainy, you know, which kind of led to um basically the title of the show. Um
Okay.
when I was talking to you about it, what had
Well,
happened earlier.
we'll get into it. We definitely know
Okay.
how we do it. We definitely want to get into it.
I
But
was I was jumping the gun. Bah.
no. Hey,
But
I don't
the
remember.
day was kosher.
I don't
It was
remember on the Temptation movie. Pistol Pete.
yeah, we say Pecos kid, Pecos
Yeah.
kid.
That's it.
And then they're gonna do the little bang bang after pow.
Right. Pecos kid. Pecos kid.
Like it's Barry going. Like, nigga, you stop him while he's pissing.
Right. Listen, I'm trying to have a
And
piss,
and
man.
this is what you presented to him. This is what you presented. Oh my God. Barry, he took it like a champ though. He took it like, took it like a champ.
Right.
Most
Uh,
of us would have been like, nigga, what the fuck?
Pecos
Shut
kid.
up.
Pecos kid.
Yeah, shut up. Nigga, try to
Yeah.
pee. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, it was kosher, man. I can't complain. It was kosher.
That's good, man. I see you with you always got your cold beer. You know what I'm saying? After a long day, you got to have a cold beer
It just tastes better
when it's
after
cold.
when it's cold after a long day. Let me tell you, you're missing out. Look at the frost.
Look at the
Zoom in.
look at the frogs.
It's just sweating for me. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like a woman. You coming home to a woman. You know what I'm saying? She be waiting on you all day. You know what I'm saying? You've been working hard. You know what I'm saying? You just like when you pop that.
Man, are you trying to say that? Are you trying to say that's the climax? Is that what you're saying?
Now the climax when you
Oh, that's the climax.
the climax is like you say.
Thank you, my brother, for educating me. I had no idea
The idea, but idea.
that I've been climaxing that many times.
Oh
Climax,
man, man, you got
climax.
to make me cry, man.
Oh,
like I
excuse
would, like I always say, I mean, we want to thank everybody, Black Star Mogul, Black Star Music, Black Star Media. You know what I'm saying?
me. Yep, 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 yep,
Baki
yep,
Records, Baki Entertainment. We
yep,
want to thank
yep.
everybody for always supporting us. You know what I'm saying, and always holding us down since day one. Um, we definitely appreciate everybody for your love, your feedback, emails, always curiousrich@gmail.com. Once again, QSRich at gms.com, gmail.com. Plug yourself in, Stein. So Ray, what's your
Uh,
email address?
Soray Music, Soray Music, at gmail.com.
There you go. There it
Soray
is.
Music. Yeah, yeah.
There it is. You can always reach us via text, email, or send a smoke signal or ooh,
A
bird
smoke
call.
signal.
Bird
Uh,
call.
he said a smoke signal. Matter of fact,
Right.
I would have to Google how to even do a smoke signal. It ain't like every day you can just see a motherfucker just break it down to you. You see what you do, you get the smoke, but before it's smoke, you
Get the
gotta make you
rug.
gotta make fire.
Right. You got to make the fire first.
And first of all, how does that rug not catch on fire? Like that is amazing.
Right.
Who
Oh,
was the one? Who was the one that figured out the rug? Like I would love to meet that person. Like
right.
like the fire wasn't enough, and who was the one that said we need to put cloth on top of this fire
Right.
and we can get it done? Like who was that person? That's some crazy ass shit. But
Yeah.
smoke signals,
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
lasers, anything possible to get your attention.
That's it. That's it. Pigeons.
Pigeon.
Pigeons. But right. So, anyways, we right. So, anyways, we kind of go into it. You know how we do it. We start out with we have three concepts. The first concept is with sports.
Okay.
We definitely got to talk about sports. That's how we start out. You know what I'm saying? We just uh, we always talk about. Well, last night, you know what? I tell you what, we're gonna make it a different avenue. Uh,
A
we always
different
do
avenue.
top five, right?
That,
So we
that's fine.
so we always talk about top five, rather sports, music. So today, I want to do top five. Yeah, that's to be a great because we hot topics.
I mean, top five. I mean, that's
So my top five today is what is your top five? Who are your top five comedians?
oh man.
I know, right?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I know, man.
There's so many good ones. Wow. Definitely Dave Chappelle.
Okay, not in
Huge,
order, right? Not in order.
huge fan of Dave Chappelle. I would say he's, you know, if not top to number two.
Okay.
Um, just the way he delivers knowledge. Like
Hmm.
it took me a couple of stand-ups to then realize, oh shit, like this dude is really heavy in the knowledge, especially history.
Right.
And his ability to sneak that in current events
Right.
and have your ass laughing like motherfucker. But it's like he's talking about real ass shit that happened.
Right.
Um, and I just always think that that's just brilliant with him. Now it's only because I'm a fan, you know what I mean. But yeah, definitely he's in the top five. Man, that's a good one. You talking about alive or dead?
Either
Hopefully,
or.
hopefully alive. Oh, either or. Man, that
Yeah,
gets
either
even
or.
tough.
Miss
That get,
Miss Miss Vicky, she's in the background, but she definitely agree with you. She said Dave Chappelle is definitely her top one.
yeah, like Dave is just sick with it, man. Like the way
Yeah.
he could just jump on just so many
The way
subjects.
the way he can just manipulate a person's mind. You know what I mean? He's
He's a
like,
puppet master. Yeah, like
yeah,
yeah.
right. Definitely, definitely. But yeah, Dead or Alive, top five.
Oh man, he just anteed up everything. I definitely would have to say Bernie Mac.
Okay.
May he rest in peace, but
Rest in peace to the Mac man. Definitely.
Bernie Mac didn't really get the respect, but you knew that the inside world of comedy respected him because he was constantly working. He was constantly
Right,
shooting movies. He was just working, right?
right.
And so, but you just didn't hear people consider him one of those top. But dude, he just every
He just
time he shut it down.
what do you say?
Like
Blue, if I rise up, it's gonna be trouble, trouble.
just the way he crossed over that Chicago style of
Right.
comedy, and then the way he just made it universal. I mean, when he was on Def Comedy Jam, he just killed it. He
Right.
killed it, dude. And so and just every time, even if he was a co-host,
Right.
excuse me, still you never forgot his part because he
No.
always, in stand up, he just killed. Like that's why they would usually leave him as last. You know what
Right.
I mean? So
Because he gonna shut it down.
he gonna shut it down. So yeah, Bernie Mac, man. I mean, got to be in the top five.
Okay. So our guest
Uh,
for tonight. So we have our guest for tonight. So she said her top five is Dave Chappelle, Bernie Mac,
wow.
Steve Harvey,
Okay.
Richard Pryor, and
Nice.
some more.
Why?
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Thank you for interacting with us. We appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you. Thank
My,
you. Thank you.
my top five.
Some more is a good one. And you know
Oh
what?
yeah.
There's more women comedians need to be added to this list. That
Yeah.
thank you for bringing that present. Because now, real talk, like Samoa is funny as hell, and
Oh yeah.
there are a shit ton of female comedians
Oh man.
that can shut it down.
And she said Cheryl Underwood.
Cheryl Underwood is hilarious,
Mm-hmm.
and the way she do her neck,
Right.
like she finna get in the zone because she lean her neck a certain way, and then here we go, man. Like,
All
and she
over.
can just keep going. It's like, damn, Cheryl, man, for real. So
Yeah.
many female
So
comedians that
and you know
are
what?
shutting down too.
I would like that. I think our next segment that what we do, whatever, like a top five female comedians, because we don't give a lot of things, not to go into it, but we don't give a lot of credit to the women in the industry,
True,
as
true.
far as the competitive part of it. Granted, in music, but we don't give a lot of credit to Missy Elliott. If you pay attention, Wayne said one of his 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 biggest artists that he loved is Missy Elliott. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we talked about her
Last
when
was
you talk
yesterday.
about when you talk about top five best
Artists
artists that I would say rapper when they was rapping.
with
What
production.
rapper during that time had the baddest videos?
Right,
But Missy Elliott. Missy
right,
Elliott was just from the time she jumped off with Super Duper Fly,
right. Yep.
which I love that album. Matter of fact, I was listening to that album last week. Like I was like just zoning out on Super Duper Fly. But
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
but like Missy Elliott, man, just kept evolving, kept evolving, kept evolving, kept evolving. And it's like her videos set the tone.
right.
The way she used the little kids as a signature and they was dancing their ass off. Like these
Oh
kids
man.
could dance. So she had these little signatures and she done had plenty cameos on her videos too, if we
Oh
think
yeah.
about that. But
Yeah. I
just
mean,
it's
no, go ahead.
movie type production
Mm-hmm.
for a 3-4 minute video.
Bro,
Like
I'm talking
that.
about you. I need a hot boy. You know what I'm saying? She put it out there, like niggas out there. You know what I'm saying? With the
She kept
road,
spitting fire. She kept spitting
yeah,
fire, man.
get fired. Who's that chick?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Miss, you gotta give it up to Miss. You gotta give it up to artists. You know what I'm saying? Such as Remy Ma. You know what I mean? Little Kim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to give it up.
Yeah.
Definitely Nicki Minaj. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like there's artists that's been out here, what I'm saying, women artists that paved the way. You know what I'm saying? MC Light, you
Yeah.
know. Like I said, we could talk about this all day. We can, what I'm saying, like
True.
give it
True.
homage to the women. So before we move on, I'm gonna give you my top five comedians. Number one is definitely Richard Pryor because he set the tone. He set the tone as far as remember, I want to run, I want to race, I want to be swift. The young man,
You asked a
you
lot
asked a
for
lot,
$5.
$5. He said,
For this dude to ask for so much, like it was like what? At first, it's I want to walk, and then it was like
right,
he just got happy. Matter of fact, I want to run. I want to race.
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 He said, young man,
Hey.
what can I do for you today, young man? He said, Pastor, I want to run, I want to race, I want to be swift. I want to
Yeah,
be
he
swift
said
on
I
my
want to be
feet.
swift.
He said, oh, he said, young man,
Oh, he was
you
so
asking a
specific.
lot for $5.
He was so specific. He just took it. He said,
He
"Fuck
said,
it. This is my
what he
chance."
say? What do you say? Is there anybody today that got a problem? He said, yes, Pastor. There's somebody that been sleeping with my wife.
I forgot
Low
about that boy.
down, negative
Snake in the grass. He low down, snake in the grass. Pointing at the. It's like, man.
Low down. You say, who is this? He said, you motherfucker. He said, hold on, nigga. The way we put the motherfucking glove on your ass, nigga.
Which
But
was that was that? Which way
that,
was up? Something
yeah,
like
which
that.
way's up? Right.
Yeah,
Which way is up? Yeah, definitely Richard Pryor.
Richard
Uh,
Pryor, yeah, of course.
Mudbone, you know what I'm saying? I think his stand
Mudbone.
alone. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
wow, Mudbone. I forgot
yeah,
about Mudbone.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that Richard Pryor stand-up comedy is definitely the best of all time. And then you have Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm saying?
Eddie Murphy, of course, has to be up there in the top five.
Yeah,
Just
he
iconic in just the things
yeah,
he
yeah,
accomplished and did.
right. Yeah.
So you have to put Eddie Murphy up
We
there in the
talking
top
about
five.
we talking about movies, we talking about
Right.
stand-up, we talking
We talking
about
about we talking about changing the game and introducing. Listen, okay, let's be real.
yeah,
Since if it
yep,
wasn't for Eddie Murphy, we wouldn't know Haley Berry. We wouldn't know Robert Gibbons. We wouldn't know a whole lot of people. Like he
right,
introduced a lot of people's careers
right.
in his movies.
I'm glad you brought that point up. That's a beautiful thing. And I didn't think about that because think about this. Not only the fact he started people's careers, but he also helped petrify people's careers. Richard Pryor,
Right,
Red
right,
Fox,
right, right.
Robert Williams, Della Reese in Harlem Nights. You know what I mean?
Now Red Fox. Now you say that was gonna be my, because I
Okay.
had listed my vibe. I went close to my vibe, but
Oh,
I
my
had
man,
said
I apologize.
no. But I have to add him in there now, so I only got like one more to pick. I think.
hmm
Yeah, Red Fox is in my top five.
Yeah, you got one more.
Like
So you
like
got
if you, because I said Bernie Mac, I said Dave
Dave
Chappelle,
Chappelle,
and I
uh,
think I listed one more.
Red Fox.
Red Fox is my third one. So we gotta do five. So I got two more.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm
Did
gonna throw
you list?
everybody for me.
You said Richard Pryor. So who's next?
Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence,
Of course. How the fuck did I forget him?
Martin Lawrence. I mean, like I said, once again, change the game. Change the game.
I
The
mean,
comedy. You know, when you got what do you say? When you got that water look eat your hair, water looking all over your body.
dude, we knew. Keep in mind, this dude was working at, if I'm not mistaken, he was working at Walmart,
Uh-huh.
and he went on the Apollo,
Apollo. No, yeah, Apollo. Right.
and he killed it, but he lost.
Right.
So he went back to Walmart, and then supposedly got a phone call, and the rest is history. Like this dude, when he hosts Def Jam, there was no other host
No. Oh, hell no. Well,
that
you
could do Def Jam like Martin.
oh no.
Man, y'all need to go back check that out. Like the when Martin was hosting Def Jam,
Man.
he sealed his niche. Like you knew, like man, Martin is cold, like sick,
I
sick with
think
the comedy.
I think I found the niche. I think it's top five. Hot topics is top five. Everything is gonna be top five. I think that's because when I
It
say that
make it makes you think. It makes you have to think.
we'll have a meeting. We'll have a meet on this, but I'm thinking top five comedians, top five receivers, top five, just top five period. Rappers.
Now in sports it could change at any game when you talk
Uh,
about top five. Like that's
I
just
mean,
sports, right? That's why betting is so on sports because it's like you never know. One person can act a fool
well,
this week, and then next week.
I'll tell you what. Then we won't touch top five on sports on this one because we have the other podcast.
Triple F.
Right. We'll the sports. So we'll talk sports on that one.
I fucking
Um,
You're right, my brother. We're gonna have some fun with that one.
yeah, definitely,
For real.
definitely.
Yeah, for real.
So before we get into it, I'm sorry. You have one more. You said, well, like I said
I
Martin.
got two more, but you're almost done with your list. You said
Okay. Yeah,
You said
Richard
Richard
Pryor,
Pryor, Eddie Murphy,
Murphy, Martin Lawrence,
Martin Lawrence. Okay, fourth one,
uh, Dave Chappelle,
fourth. Okay, and then
and
fifth.
I'm gonna throw a wild card in there.
All right.
Robin Harris.
Wow, I ain't heard his name in so long.
Robin Harris.
You talking about the one that created Baby Kids?
Yep, exactly.
This dude was sick. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's how I
can't
throw
believe I forgot him. Like,
Robin
and
Harris.
and his career was ended, shortly because of illness. But
Right, right.
dude, this dude was so sick. Like, I think it was Mo Better Blues. There was a Was it Mo Better
Hmm.
Blues? There was a part where he started like what we call scoring.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
this
Went
dude was
all.
alien with the
Yeah.
comedy. And of course, he was so respected all over
Man, everybody.
the comedic world. Yeah.
I mean,
Like
like
even
Earthquake was
Denzel
saying.
Washington had so much, like that was one of his
Yeah,
comedic heroes was,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had D.L. Hughley talking about D.L. Hughley. You had Earthquake say he got his style off of
Yeah, Joe Torre and many
Joe
of these
Torre.
other,
Yeah,
yeah,
the young
Chris
comedians off of
Chris Tucker
Chris
and
Tucker. Right. Yeah.
yeah,
So
the
that's
list
my
goes
wild
on.
card. But go ahead with yours. You got two more before we get to the segment.
That's right. I got two more. I said Dave Chappelle,
Uh,
Bernie Mac, Red Fox.
okay.
Um, oh man, the last two is tough, man.
Uh, you said Bernie Mac, Dave Chappelle. You said Red Fox.
Yeah, of course. I don't know why, but Richard Pryor is one. He's number
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Richard
Okay.
Pryor.
All
So
right.
that's four. That was a brain fart right there. But five, oh man, I like Martin Lawrence. I like that in the top five, but
I know, man. It's tough, man. But hold on, Richard Pryor. Before you think about it, you go ahead and think about it. Richard Pryor said he at Mudbone. He said, "Yeah,
oh
I
no,
was
no, no,
born."
no, 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 no. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
The dude that used to write for Richard Pryor,
Paul
Paul
Mooney.
Mooney. Paul Mooney,
Mm.
who used to write also for Dave Chappelle show,
Yeah, for the Dave Chappelle show.
who was
Yeah.
on Dave Chappelle for like
Yeah.
you need to check out Paul Mooney stand up. Like,
Oh, bro, I
oh
do.
my God,
I,
Paul
I
Mooney
went.
is sick.
I went to a Paul Mooney concert. As a matter of
Oh
fact,
man.
not a concert, but he was here at the Lodge in Dallas.
Yeah,
The Lodge,
he like doing the little joints like that. Yeah.
right. The Lodge is it's actually a strip club, but it's converted to a lodge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's converted to a lodge cabin inside the strip club. And man, when I tell you, man, he was like, "Well, these white people, man, they don't give a fuck about us."
Paul Mooney, man.
Paul, like I said, man, like
Man, wow. Paul Mooney
comedians,
was just sick with it. Yeah.
comedians, man. That's what keep us going. So the next topic we do top five R&B groups, but not now. But that top, like I said, top five. I
Top five.
like the way
High five.
you kiss me, baby, on another day. Yeah, so that's the next one.
All right.
That's the next one. He said, we next. Nigga, we on deck, nigga. What you mean? Nigga,
Yeah.
the upper room with Jesus.
Oh man.
But anyways, once again, we back. Top five. We just did it, man. We love you. Salute to you, man. So let's go,
So
Stein. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
okay, where we going? Where we going? Where we going? Where we going?
We gotta go into the one, man.
You gotta go to the one.
Blind sights.
Blind sight.
So your day was
Blind.
experienced. Your day was experienced with a blind sight. So I'm gonna let you. This is yours. I'm gonna let you take this one over, man. I'm in the
Oh wow.
background.
Oh wow.
No, I'm here, man. I'm here with you, bro.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Keep
Got
in mind,
that.
my screen is frozen, but I'm just gonna go ahead and keep doing this. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
I can hear you. Can you hear
Um,
me?
yeah, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, you
All right,
good.
cool, cool. So cool. As long as I know you're there. Yeah, today it was. I mean, this title didn't come from something that was just like magical, but
Hmm.
it rained here in Cruces, and so driving home, and another car passed by. It was a puddle of water, and it splashed all over the windshield. At that moment, I couldn't see shit, but I did panic. So I went on hit the wipers,
Hmm.
and I thought about it. Even though I was steady coasting, um, I had sight, but I was still blind, and that's when it just kind of just hit me blind sight, and that's when I was talking to you earlier about that. How many times that we can be in situations to where we think we saw everything, but we didn't. We
We
was
saw
blind.
nothing.
We saw nothing. We was blind to the main ideas. We was blind to the main point of views.
Right.
So um, being blindsided, we can be like that even with knowledge. It's something I always say. I- when you go to these parties, these high end parties, right, and everybody's standing around and they basically trying to show their dicks off. Who's more intelligent than who, right? And so everybody's trying to throw their little tidbits out there. But
Right.
one thing that I noticed is that you have these different degrees of people. You have the shallow, right?
Hmm.
Then you have the deep. A lot of times we get confused with deep with shallow deep, and what I mean by shallow deep is it's around that 4 or 5 feet.
Right.
You can tread water a little bit, but if some shit go down, you can just stand up, right? You're still safe.
Right.
Still safe.
Right. I agree.
Um, in that, I'm saying that a lot of times, even in knowledge, you could think that you see the answer when the whole time, like you said earlier, you never saw it. You
Never
never
saw
saw
it.
it. You never saw the plot. You never saw when the plot changed. So
Mm.
just like when the water hit the windshield and blinded me, I realized that I was still moving forward, right? And we always say, man, keep moving forward, keep moving forward. I agree, keep moving forward. But what happens when you're moving forward and you can't see?
Right.
What do you do?
Well, with that, I think it's based upon the the your senses kicks in. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go down a road, if you know this road, you going down this road many times in life. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
you know that there's a speed bump. Like, okay, I can hear. I know I can hear this, and that is a boy. That's fucking powerful, man. Because when you're blinded, your senses kicked in, so your hearing become more vulnerable to anything. So if you know, once you get to a certain point, you hear, for example, if they're working on construction or a bird or whatever, and right before you hit this bump or the speed bump, you know to slow down because your hearing kicked in. Okay, boom. I know that there's a speed bump, so let me slow down. So, like
Yeah,
you said,
I agree with that. I agree with that. Go ahead.
so no. So I'm gonna let you get back to it because that's very deep.
I
So you
like what
make
I like what you said. I like what you said. I mean, yeah, at a point when I replay that in my head of that very moment, um, see the catch, and you're absolutely right that you have to refer, and usually our normal thing is you relying on other senses, right?
right, right.
Um, but the key was I didn't panic.
Oh wow,
See,
got it, got
and
it.
the reason why I didn't panic is because I'm used to driving a truck and trailer all the time, you
Right,
know. So I've been through those situations to where I saw the water, right? I
right.
should have turned the wipers on then, but I didn't because I didn't think it would be that bad. But then when it splashed in my mind, I didn't panic because I was like, it only take a few seconds to just turn the wipers on.
Oh wow.
If I would have panicked, then I would have started counter steering. Now I just counter steered myself into tragedy. And a lot of times that happens when you can't see. You know, if you think what I'm saying, like, okay, you walk into a room and it's lit, and all of a sudden just turn the light off and your eyes start getting bucked, like you trying to find some form of light somewhere, right? Until your eyes adjust. And it's just that shock of the same thing can happen even with sight. We don't think like that though,
Right.
because we think that when we're looking at something that we see.
Right.
It's like when you watch a movie more than once, you then start noticing things in the background you didn't even notice it in the beginning.
Yep. You're right. Yep.
It's like, damn, I didn't even see that. Okay, damn, I didn't even see that. Damn, I didn't. So you was blind to all that hit.
Mm.
Point of view can do that. I'm a product of that. I think all of us is a product of that. Our point of view can definitely blind us from seeing the full picture. It
Right.
definitely
So
can.
as a producer, as an engineering, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'll say this. So I can say the same thing for you being a producer as an engineer, because you going into being a producer, right?
Right, right,
That,
right,
that makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? You produce, but when you become an engineer, because you have to turn on one, you put on one hat to another. You
right.
know what I'm saying? But for you,
Which
example,
is alien because you don't,
right?
that's a lot of disciplines to bounce between, you know.
Both. You see
So
what I'm
it's
saying?
alien. Yeah,
So as a producer, you're driving with your windshields on. You know what I mean?
basically.
You're driving with the windshield on. But when you become engineering, it's like you said, you that mud spot or that water splash on you. Just like, okay, I have to see things differently. I have to see. I can't. I got to take this producer hat off, and I got to hear the sign. One of the biggest things that I appreciate you about music, you know what I'm saying? I'm always going to music, is that how people are doing. Well, first of all, I got to give you credit because Justin Timberlake did it, but I got to give you the credit. I have to playing your music backwards, reversing
Oh, oh,
your not the music, reversing your vocals,
yeah, that was
and that was
crazy.
like completely genius. Like nobody was doing that at that time.
We couldn't get it.
Nobody.
We couldn't get a deal for half the shit I was doing because they was like, oh no, we can't build no market. This don't sound. This sounds alien. Like it sounds awesome, but we can't build a market. But yeah, you're right. I mean, but to be honest with you, um, it was a beautiful accident. Actually, I remember in the studio, I was learning how to engineer, and I accidentally clicked on an event, which was one of my vocals. And when I clicked on the event, I accidentally um, reversed it. Right, so I must have clicked extra or something, and it reversed. And it was just that little event or that little segment of a vocal, and then when it played, it was just bananas, and I was like, oh. I can do a lot with this. And so I ran with it. So, you remember all the crazy shit I used to do um, reversing things and just that's how I was in the studio anyway, because I was in that bitch, I won't say every goddamn day. Lab rat. But it was a lot of fun things, a lot of crazy things that was invented. But think about that. I mean, even in us talking about that's like a learning curve. And that's important they bring that to because you can have blind sight in a learning curve. Because a lot of people when they try something new, me too, if it jumps off challenging, let me just say that if it jump off challenging, then we're going to panic mode, same as the windshield, right? So we're going to panic mode, and then it's like you can't stop from initiating panic mode. It's just a natural human thing, right? Fight or flight. But you do have a period shortly where you can say, okay, I'm not going to panic, right? That's what the train does. That's why people get trained. They get trained. They get trained. They get beat in the head. So that when these situations happen, they don't, even if they jump in panic mode, they can override it easily by saying, okay, I already been here before. Right. And that
Right.
can happen. And that can happen in a matter of seconds. right?
Right.
So even a learning curve, notice what I'm saying, like that happens to a lot of us. We get into something that we think we can excel, but it kicks our ass the
Right.
first couple of months. And so we either panic and say, man, I'm losing my shit because I ain't learning this shit. Let it go
Right.
when it could be a lot of success in it, right?
Right.
Because we blind sight to the potential if you just give it time to learn. And the learning curve, man, I have to say, even for myself, the learning curve then clipped us many times
Oh wow.
because we'll quit before we even know the longevity of it, right? It might not even be that long. It might just be like a couple of days. It might
Right.
be like a week. But if it, like I say, if the jump off is like, what the fuck?
Right.
I've done it a bunch of times. The jump off be like, what? And I'll say, man, fuck this. I throw the tire quick. Let me go on and bounce to something else, you
Right.
know? And what Jesus say and what many say, if it was easy, then everybody could do it. You know, if it was easy to achieve that level of
Success.
success,
Right.
then even though technology is accessible, even though it's easy to copycat, but it's still hard to be successful
It is. I,
to
I,
this
I
to this day. Yeah,
yeah. Like I always say, what I'm saying is, if everybody, excuse me, if this freedom or this success for everybody to be successful, it'll just come to you. But it takes hard work. It takes commitment. It takes
and
a certain focus in your life.
an art of evolution.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. There's always people that's dedicated. I mean, if you play sports, there was always those that was dedicated, showed up at the gym before everybody, stayed later than everybody, but they
Hmm.
still just didn't have the talent.
Right.
Um, the dedication of noticing things, now that's different because we're so reliant on our sight. They say that if you're walking forward, excuse me, and you staring at something long enough, you'll walk right into it. It's weird because it can happen to you driving. If you ain't keeping your eyes moving periodically and you just steady, just looking straight, it's like
Hmm.
it's like the brain start taking shortcuts and everything start blending and your depth perception no longer exists. And
Right.
that's how people moving forward can run into another car, especially like on interstates, moving at fast speeds. It's because they're not making their eyes checking their mirrors periodically to keep them from getting into that what they call it that 100-mile stare.
Right.
And when you stare at something, because our eyes are forward, right? Most predatory mammals' eyes are forward for this reason, for depth perception. But when you stare at something, your eyes start doing this thing where it start doing its thing, right? And then everything start doing this and start blending. So now you no longer have this depth perception. Now you run it up on something and you can't tell how close or how far it is to you. That's what I'm saying. Blind sight.
I'm gonna tell you that's a great point because we both work for Dart, and that was the very first thing that they taught you to
Yeah,
watch
I forgot
all
about
your
that.
watch your visions,
Yeah,
watch your
the
visions,
Smith,
watch
the
your
Smith
mirrors,
system.
the
Yeah.
spirit system. So that is a very when you said that is a very very valid point. They taught us that you have to watch the hindsight, your blind sight,
Right.
watch all your mirrors, and watch what's in front of you all at the same time. You have to be everything has to just coherence with everything. And so that was a very
Because what is the mirrors? Didn't mean to cut you off, but good
no,
point you brought up. What was the
yeah,
mirrors made for? Why are they there? The mirrors are there so that you can have a
reflection.
360-degree sight.
Degree. Yep. The
That's
reflection.
360 degrees. So they're using reflection so that you can see 360 degrees. And they even got vehicles now that can even see behind a trailer.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That's good, man. I like that. I
But
like that.
that's what the mirrors are for. So if you are not checking your mirrors, you are automatically forfeiting
Mm,
360-degree awareness of what's
right.
going on while you are moving in space. Blind sight.
Sight.
So that's why they have to put the sensors now. Even the way we adjust our mirrors, we
Right.
can adjust our mirrors a certain way and create a blind sight right beside us.
Well, even
So
even
now they put the little sensors up there
mm,
to eliminate human error of how to properly set your mirrors, as most of us we don't really know, right?
right.
So now if you coming over to your blind sight, the fucking car start beeping. Beep, 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 beep.
Right. Mm,
Is letting
mm,
you know there's something there.
right. Man, that's good right there, bro. I mean, even right now, the mirrors,
Technology.
even the mirrors, they're adjusted when you jump in your car. When I jump in my car right now,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? They automatic adjust to my height. You know what I'm saying? To my weight.
Automation. Hmm.
Automate. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm married or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever. You know what I'm saying? My wife. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If she adjusts because everything is set now.
Yeah, you can do presets. Yeah.
Yeah, presets. Oh,
You instigated it. You started it.
oh man,
You can go a mile with that
preset,
one presets. I mean,
man. Woo, that's
that could be primordial, that can be prehistoric,
man.
that could be present, that could be genetic. I mean, when you talk about them presets, oh man, I mean that
We gotta look. We gotta look at the pre-verb or the pre-nouns or the pre. You know what I'm saying? The adjective, the pre. You know what I'm saying? Everything is
what the
what
beautiful
comes
thing about that word is is pre.
the before.
And what I see with pre, especially when you talk about even with the car, is
Mm-hmm.
reason why it's called presets is because there is a pre-action before it's
Mm.
set.
But there's
Before
a
it's set.
pre-action. There's a pre-action before the action.
Right. It's a pre-action before it sets. So in other
Right.
words, something or something had to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they were done, then it set
Right.
it.
Right. Wow.
And now everybody can do their,
The adjustments.
but
There's
still,
adjust.
but still, there is a blind sight to convenience.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the last this was freaky about this. I can't remember the last time I was able to remember somebody's goddamn phone number. Somebody asked me my number and I had to look it up. I was like, God damn.
Man, the only number I know by heart is
What they say, if you don't use it, you lose it.
you lose. Yep.
We've gotten so used to just easily sharing each other's information that we don't even use memory no more, memorizing numbers. And we remember when we was coming up, that's what you memorized everybody's number.
Everybody's
I
number.
can't believe we did that. Like, wow.
Listen, like I said before, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you
Totally.
know, I know my grandmother's number because I know I use that number every day. 2143. It wasn't even 214. It was a 375-2190. Mama Mayberry.
All right.
But the smartphones has actually made us dumb.
Technology does that. Convenience.
Because
That's what I
because
mean. It makes us
we depend on technology.
well, isn't sight solely based on our brain function? I mean, if you think about it, even when our eyes receive light as a reflection, right?
Mhm.
And then it goes to our eyes, and supposedly, rumor has it, it hits the back of our eyes, and when it goes through that part, then it's in reverse. That's weird. And then it's in reverse, and then the brain has to interpret through our memory what we are seeing. So it's not only seeing, but it's also knowing, memorizing what the fuck you saw.
Okay.
See, you could be blindsided in that. Yeah, you can have all the vision in the world, but if you can't remember, store what you saw so that you remember it the next time you see it. And you got people like that, that like they just like, fuck it. I get
So
by, I
let me,
get by.
so let me ask you a question. What you
Yeah.
just said, would that be considered as a reflection? Would that be considered as a reflection because of the fact that you see things in a mirror, you see it backwards, your mindset. So what's actually in the reverse of it? Is this really what it is, or do I see it backwards? The only
That's
reason I ask that, the only
that's a
re-
really no, that's a really good one.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead, Vince. What
No,
you
no,
say?
no, 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 no. I want you to answer that. Yeah, go ahead. No,
That's a really good one. I mean, so many images that pop in my head. Yes, a mirror does do that. Just like a mirror can show things closer than what they're supposed to. That's why they have to put the warning on that, right?
right,
Just like mirrors can show things fatter than what it is or skinnier than what it is.
right.
Mirrors show us that we can manipulate light without touching it. Can we grab light? Who knows?
Right.
But we can manipulate light through things that we make, such as a mirror. Um, is it in reverse? Maybe. Is it inverted? Maybe. Is there more information there that we don't even see? Because our eyesight is limited to only what, 7 or 8 bands of light
Mm-hmm.
when there's like damn near almost 20.
Right.
So there's a lot we don't see. There's a lot, even all of us is product of blind sight.
Right.
There's a lot of light that's happening around us right now. Radiation is a form of light, last time
Mm-hmm.
I checked, but we can't see it. Thank God we can't, because man, that'd be horrible to see all the radiation that's bouncing around walls and stuff like that.
Right.
Radio waves, we can't see them. And
Right.
it's plenty of them bitches bouncing around.
Oh yeah.
Microwaves. These are forms of light.
So Miss Victoria, she just stated that mirrors is a form can be mirrors can be a form of deception.
Nice. I like it.
What is your input on that?
I said manipulation. We have learned to manipulate light through mirrors. And she said a form of deception. A nice synonym
That is, that's very
to
nice.
a perfect synonym to manipulation. I mean, think about it. Wow.
If you look at
There's
if
so
you look
many. Go ahead.
like we always talk about, look behind you. You remember, one of our favorite
Mhm.
movies, The Last Dragon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of the different mirrors that he was in and everything that he had to find himself within those mirrors and everything.
Let me say this.
Hmm.
It's a good point. Deception. Special. Deception is absolute, right? But when it
Hmm.
gets faulty, is not based on the definition. When it gets faulty, is based on interpretation of the
Hmm.
human that's interpreting deception.
Mm.
That's even deeper than what I was talking about. Like what my young sister was saying, that's even deeper. That took it to a whole nother see that went from shallow deep to deep. Like like for real, like deception is based on your interpretation. It doesn't take away from the meaning of it, if you feel what I'm saying.
Right.
But deception is one of the, I think, the truest form of self-manipulation.
Mm. Okay.
Excuse me, the way we look at something and interpret it, there can be deception in our result of what we think
Mm.
it is. Thus, you have words like profiling, right?
Right.
Oh, many other words we can say. And it's all based on deception of inception. And what is inception? Okay, you receiving some type of data, knowledge, or and then some kind of way you interpret it a certain way, and now you're going to act on it. And now
Mm.
that's going to affect other people's perception. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The deception in that it could be so broad, yet it could be so rigid. It could be so skinny, yet it could be so fat. It could be so solitary, yet it could be unified. Like that is such a special. I appreciate her saying that because that is as real can get. I mean, I'm talking about you cut into the fact when you talk about deception and manipulation, and it's all based on like, listen, if you standing in a room and I don't like you, and I'm standing on the other side, and somebody cut the light off, it's hard to hate you when it's dark
That's good.
because I can't see your ass. Think about that. Like,
Yeah.
there's gonna be if they just cut the light off all of a sudden, like you ain't gonna be thinking about it. You're gonna be thinking like, what the fuck happened? Where is this motherfucker?
Right.
Because majority of seem like as human beings of our hate has the targeting starts from deception. And a lot of times we can be blindsided by deception due to our interpretation of what we see.
Interpretation.
Of what we see.
All right. Did you see the comment? Can you see the comment that just came through?
No, my screen's still frozen. I'm
Oh,
really
okay.
freestyling right now. Like I hope I'm looking at the camera right. Like I can't see
Oh no,
nothing.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can just
No, yeah,
I
we
can
see
just
you
hear.
moving. We can see you. I can see you moving everything.
So I'm doing
Uh,
this. I'm doing this blindsided.
freestyle. So the comment came in. We can form our minds to see what's not even there
Mm,
or what we want to see.
right.
We
We
can
can.
form our minds to see what's not even there
Right.
or what we want to see.
I tell you what, that right there is special. Whoever that said that, um, that goes so many different directions. And one thing that hit my mind is I went more simple because you can go complex with that, but I went more simple of that's the whole basis of knowledge. Knowledge is being able to, when you can receive it and operate under it, then you just formed your mind.
Mhm.
I'm glad this person brought this up. Look at that. That's why I said, if you remember in the beginning, I didn't panic.
Right. Yep.
Well, only reason why I didn't panic because it happened to me before, right? So
Right.
I was able by memory and by remember it happening multiple times that it kept me from panicking. So I basically formed my mind to say, okay, what's next?
Right.
And that's how powerful knowledge. And look what we're doing, sharing knowledge.
Hmm.
Uh, and what we say, we chopping it up. Like we are really chopping it up with the subject lines. And notice how nobody's really arguing against each other. Everything everybody's putting in match each other, but
Right.
from a different point of view.
Right.
But
Right.
it still makes the picture beautiful. Oh shit,
Mm.
that was it.
That was nice.
That was nice. I like that. That was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yo, while we just taking a break right there, we just want to make sure everybody come in. Man, like hot topics as usual. It's always
Topic.
hot. It's always hot. We got topics. Always your questions, concerns. Please
Right. Right.
email us at qisrich@gmail.com. Once again, at serratemusic@gmail.com. Is that correct? That's a plug.
Yes, sir.
Serrate Music. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. Just put a plug here.
You know, we can't eliminate this.
Mhm.
I mean, think about it. You can't eliminate the negative because if you eliminate the negative, then you will never have electricity.
Never have a positive.
I mean, two positives, shit don't get done. Two negatives, shit don't get done. Matter of fact, they don't even like each other, so they repel each other. So what
Hmm.
I'm saying that is we would never get rid of the opposite, the
Right.
negative. But one thing that we can do to help form our minds to make us more aware of the manipulation of deception. Hey, even Christ said in the good book that the light of the temple is through the eyes.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, you know, It's how we, and it's even more so now because now it used to be the old, now your word is old fashioned. I gotta see you saying what you say you gonna do to me. Like it's like I'm gonna Skype your ass. I gotta see video confirmation that you gonna, hey man, you gonna move. You gonna
Right.
help us move tomorrow.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and what I'm saying in that is we've gotten so used to relying so much on our visual cortex that I mean the brain gotta take shortcuts, right? So much
Right.
information coming in, so the brain gotta take shortcuts, and then that's where our mental. Notice I talked about before visual. It's still based on our brain, but that's when our mental thought, the depth of it start doing like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting mentally blind. And to be mentally blind is almost like somebody that's been fully drunk and they on autopilot. They don't remember what they did. We all been there, but I'm just saying, you just on autopilot. There is going to always be a point, including me, where we're going to go through our purgatory periods and we're going to live and operate in blind sight. But like the last person comment, but if we train and we keep chopping it up, and we keep helping each other through our experiences, then we will automatically start forming our minds to where when these situations happen, we won't panic. Because keep in mind, the common denominator, the X factor is don't panic, right? This is just my opinion. It's just my thought on it. You know, it's just some water splashed on the windshield. It was kind of scary, but this brought on all this. So that's all I'm saying. You got to form your mind. You got to train. You got to chop it up. Don't be afraid to share knowledge and don't be afraid to receive it and apply it, right? Yo, 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 yo. Anybody there? Hello? Hello,
I'm
hello.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So what you think about all that? I'd like to hear your point of view on it.
Oh Lord.
She said, "Oh Lord."
Oh, I mean, even when you was talking about like like how you saying the blind spots and everything like that, like I related that to like you know like my wilderness seasons. That's how you travel in the wilderness. You're pretty much blind, and you solely have to depend on God in those times because you don't know what's coming next, or you don't know how you're gonna get out of it, or you don't know what the next step might be. But it's like all you got is faith. So that's what I was thinking about when you were talking about that. That's it.
Wow, you instigated some more wilderness. I like that. Um, most of the time, the best way to even get a point of view of the wilderness is you have to do it from up high. That's why you see most of these survival shows, these guys that get dropped off in these wilderness, these full of trees and shrubbery, and you can't even see where the fuck north, south, east, west. That is a form of blind sight. I appreciate you bringing that up. That's a good point. Thank you again. Um, and the only time what they say, get up to high ground. Why? So that you can see a point of view of where you're going. You know, the wilderness does that, right? There could be a wilderness of knowledge. Maybe that what you're saying is kind of similar to what is actually kind of happening. The knowledge is so accessible that it's just like we're just walking through a wilderness, right? Which is just so much shit around that you can't even find your way or see your way or know which direction you're going. So in that, you had to rely on training. I'm sure you had to rely on training, and that
Mm-hmm.
training kept you from there go the P word panicking.
Not only that, sometimes the wilderness is training ground.
Ah, nice.
You know, you
Yeah,
learn a lot. Like you, that's where you get your instructions for the next season in your life.
I like it. Because the wilderness has to change by the seasons, right? It has to.
Of
It has
course.
to. Right. That's nice. It has to change by the seasons. So our discernment of, it remind me of a deal where, in the good book where, something was said where it's like you can't you can look at the sky and you see it a certain color and then you can judge if you're gonna have what kind of weather you're gonna have, right? But you can't look at the hands of time and discern how time and things are changing as they operate in time, right? All around you. So looking at that, I like what you said that the wilderness also, other words, a good training module, right? But yeah, I agree with that. I can dig it. I mean, the best way to learn how to overcome is to get in situations or simulate situations of that outcome, right?
Facts.
A lot of time, like I said, a lot of times that we always talking about it, and we said as not just as black men, but as also as fathers. In order for us to become great fathers and great leaders, we have to unlearn to relearn.
Mm,
You know, and so like you said, a lot of things in life, even with, for example, uh, with the birth of my children, you know what I mean? You know, like there was never, it was a panic moment, but I never lost sight of the blind spot. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because no matter what I can't show any type of fear. I can't show any type of panic, although I'm shaking like a leaf within inside. You know what I'm saying? But I can't show that. You know what I'm saying? Because the mechanism of how the situation is the fact that you have to understand that growth is not it just it doesn't start with them, but it starts with you. As us as parents and as humans. You said something earlier that really just really just hit me. It was like, and then the queen, she kind of backed up. She was like, I posted let me go back what she said. She said that she's been communicating. You know what I'm saying? She's been on it, bro. Opposites can come in so many forms.
true.
Opposites can come in so many forms. You know what I mean?
And which,
Uh,
if they come in many forms, it makes them double, 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 double opposites, right? This thing can be exponentially opposite, if you
mm,
dig what I'm saying.
mm-hmm,
Mathematically, yes. What they always say that multiplication is the fast route to addition,
mm-hmm.
division is the fast route to subtraction.
Gotcha. Right.
Supposedly, this is what the universe does
And
on
so,
a natural
right.
basis.
And subtraction is for the yeah. I got you. Clear.
So when you look at that, yeah, opposites have to come in many forms. Appreciate you bringing that up. Opposites have to become, so there's always going to be a deception in the opposites, and there's going to
Mm-hmm.
always be manipulation in the opposites,
Opposite.
and there's going to always be deceptions. Look at all the words we've been using in
Right.
opposites,
Right.
and there's going to, and watch this, it's going to always be a wilderness in the opposites.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
all of that is the environment, the fucking globe within the globe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spinning. Spinning means it's alive. Dead planets don't spin. They become usually asteroids. But anyway, um, but to spin in this idea, becoming your own planet within a planet, within a planet, within a planet. It's like the rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper, right? When you talk about that, opposites have to be and have to come in different forms because that's when the special stuff start happening, right?
Right.
Excuse me. That to me, by what y'all been saying, that is the basis of creation.
Mm.
If everything matched, then there is no puzzle,
There's no connection.
right? There's no indifference.
Right.
There's no leveling. There's no
Mm.
arcing.
Right.
You know, so things are so in different forms that's what creates life. You see what I'm saying? Because it's only, let me go back to the form in your mind. It's only when you come and receive different forms. Here we go with the deception of inception or receiving.
Okay.
If you're open, then you can receive different information and then be able to be wise enough to say, let me take this from that, this from that, this from that, this from that, and then that fits to me. And now I can be compatible with the
Okay.
knowledge that I grabbed.
Okay.
That's how good we do that with Google, right?
Right.
We ain't got to go ask the whole goddamn novel. We can just go to a specific little subject.
Right.
This is
Right.
all I need right here.
Right.
And that's kind of the same when you think about when opposites, that's why they have to be different, because that's when you start getting the special stuff. That's when you start getting the unique stuff.
Okay.
If you think about it, some geneticists and some, I forget the big name, but they say that beauty is a side effect. Why?
Okay.
Because it's strictly interpretation based, because our faces are never symmetrically the same. One side is a different measurement, even if it's an increment, than the other. But when we look, we interpret those differences as beauty or ugly.
Yeah.
Interpretation can also affect us to where it makes us be blindsided.
I like that. They said beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Ooh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. I
That was a
like that.
nice that was a nice finish right there.
Yeah. Hey man, this I told this your night, bro.
That was a
I'm
nice
just
finish.
piggybacking. I'm just piggybacking on you, man. That was
That was a nice finish right there. That was a nice finish.
what you say, baby?
Eight ball corner pocket. It sounds just like
Go ahead. I think she was hello? Hello.
yeah, I'm here.
I
Was she
think she
there?
fell off. I think she was trying to ask a question. I think she fell off. At least I froze. Let me go out and come back in.
Okay. I've
I
been
don't know what's
froze
going
with this. I've been froze this whole segment.
on.
I said it again. I was just freestyling.
Man, we've
Like,
been watching. Yeah, we've been watching. I've been
I'm
singing
hoping
everything.
I'm hoping I'm landing them the
Listen, man.
motherfucking camera
Yeah,
right.
yeah, listen, man. I just saw you smoke them. You turned it. It cold went up. Oh, there it go. Yeah, there you go. Hello, Miss
I'm here.
Vicky.
Oh, Miss Vicky.
Oh, I'm here. I know y'all
Oh,
talking
okay.
to me.
Now, what'd you say?
I didn't say a word.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you was saying something.
I say that.
But yeah. So man, like we're an hour into it and everything.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to keep going into it. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
It's up to y'all. I mean, you know.
Hey, man. Come on, man. I love it, man. I love the discussions. I love, like I said, it's hot topics. You know what I'm saying? Everything just freestyling. Uh,
Gotcha.
like I said, it's all up to you. And I know I don't know about Miss Vicky. You know what I'm saying? I know she probably got to take her some things or whatever. But for
Well, I tell you
me,
what, I have to say that I appreciate uh the female perspective. Very good points that was brought up, and that's why we need each other. We have been very blindsided about each other. So,
right,
the only way to the top is as a team, and we need each other. And I think
mhm,
that glue, in some kind of way, got removed when you talk, especially when you talk about the black race, the fault that's been waiting to crack so we can float into the ocean has been our relationship with each other. I'm talking about female, male, male, female. And what
Mm,
I mean by that is being able to share information
right.
amongst each other without this seesaw of who's in power and who ain't. And it was a beautiful thing. I hope it happens more often. I hope we get more women on here that can express themselves in an intelligent way like these women have, and just really, like I say, nobody was really arguing. Like everything matched. And
Right.
I have to say that if we finna bounce, I have to say that appreciate y'all, and hopefully it happens again.
Definitely, definitely, man. Hey, it's been a wonderful conversation. I love it, man. Blind sight came with it, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. Thank y'all.
Came with it. Came with it, man. So once again, we're gonna end tonight, man. See, I kind of feel like a motherfucker Bible study type shit. But
He
we want
said
to appreciate
Bible study.
everybody. BSL, Baki Entertainment, man. Salute.
Salute.
Everybody have a great night. Stay safe, man. We love you. You know what I'm saying? Stay in it. We'll get at you later, man. All right, Star.
All right, man.
All right, to the heart, man. Get your rest.
Yes, sir.
All right.